Hi everyone, and welcome to day one of lab. For those of you guys that weren't able to make it, this is a recording of what we did today during day one of lab. The two competencies that you guys will have to focus on for today is competency 1, which is an interrupted simple suture, and competency 2, which is an instrument tie with surgeon's knot and square knot. So the things that you're going to need to do first is take out your supplies. The first thing that you need to take out and unwrap is your Sim Vivo suture pad. The second thing is you will have to take out your 10-blade scalpel, your Adson forceps, your needle holder, needle driver, your suture. The suture I really want you guys to use. Now, I know you guys did not get any pop-offs, but you will have to use either the 3-0 monofilament, which should have simulated a black nylon. However, don't be alarmed if it is a blue color, which mostly looks like Prolene. And then lastly, your suture scissors. So the first thing that I really want you guys to do is be able to hold the instruments correctly. From reviewing the day one module, you're gonna be mostly working with your tissue forceps on your less dominant hand and your needle driver on your most dominant hand. Now, I do apologize if you are left-handed. Left-handed, you can still do either your left or your right, but depending on where you're standing, who you're working with, that sort of thing, you may have to change from left to right as your dominant suturing hand. To hold the tissue forcep, you would have to hold it like a pencil. So you have your thumb on one end, and whether you hold a pencil with 1 or 2 fingers supporting the other end. All right? So what you guys see with the Adson forceps, it does have this kind of fatter area of the body, which typically will indicate where your thumb and your fingers would go. All right? From review, tissue forceps are used for manipulation and holding your tissue. Your needle driver, you would have your thumb on one end and you would have your ring finger in the other. Having your 2 other pointer finger and your middle finger as guides, I typically will have it in this fashion. You will see other formats on how to hold this. For now, please just do it where we have the thumb and the ring finger into the finger holes. What you should be practicing is opening and closing this only to the first ratchet in several different ways. This should be seamless and flawless because this is how you are going to manipulate the suture. Now, loading your needle holder onto your needle, this should be review, but as you guys can see here, the needle is divided into 3 sections. We have the first third, which is going to be where the point is. You have your middle section here, and then you have your third section where the suture and the needle meet. Where we typically like to load the needle holder, which this typically will already be loaded for you as a surgical assistant, will be at the last third of the needle closest to the suture.